Episode 13 in our real world CNFG equity series is a meeting between our team and our CNFG user partner. Two ThinkSheet benefits. First, network productivity. We estimate that members of our network who work visually are 3 to 5 times more productive than those who prefer audio, primarily older members who have spent most of their careers collaborating verbally. COVID was a catalyst as the world moved to work from home environment, leading to exponential increase in virtual meetings, as well as podcasts, YouTube videos, and TikTok. We started our video production services in March of 2020, and the video library now includes 100 plus videos in multiple playlists. Second feature is cause and effect. At the end of the previous video, we compared the difference between seeing cause and effect in ThinkSheet meetings versus trying to synthesize it in your heads. The rule that 90% of the information transmitted to the brain applies to cause and effect. ThinkSheet enables your teams to see it on one pages for multiple scenarios. No other decision tools match what you can do with ThinkSheet. Remember Mervyn King's position to apply the logic of law when dealing with uncertainty? ThinkSheet combines the logic of law and the math of finance. To quantify, the case method taught in business law and medical school and second nature to millions of lawyers, doctors, and business and finance professionals worldwide. 4 of our senior partners are former lawyers turned business and financial professionals in multiple industries and asset classes. Today's discussion points are China COVID reopening strategy, number 2, the chip war between the U.S. and China, and number 3, the U.S.-India alliance.
China faces a host of COVID reopening problems. It has a massive population that works in close quarters in factories like this iPhone factory in Shenzhen. The government faces a major task in curtailing the panic of its previous policies. One day it tells its population COVID is a catastrophic risk. The next day it's more like the flu. Combined with a large population of unvaccinated elderly, ineffective homegrown vaccines, and untrusted data regarding the real number of cases and their seriousness, I give the China reopening an impact or probability score of 67 based on the ability of the Chinese to react quickly to the problem, such as the development of new hospitals with state-of-the-art COVID treatment centers.
As noted in the previous episode, Chris Miller is a new lead thought leader for the chip war between the U.S. and China. He is the equivalent of Daniel Yergin for energy geopolitics. Chips are critical for all the futuristic technologies on the right: artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, quantum computing, medicine, exploration of space and military, and 5G.
India is a critical ally for the US and the West, but India is caught in between allies with radically different agendas. The US, national security and trade versus US-Pakistan relations. The EU, trade and NATO. China, trade versus border wars and Pakistan relations. Russia, weapons and oil versus Ukraine war pariah. I will give the US-India alliance a score of 65. Now, Modi is a hugger, but possibly not with Xi Jinping.
So let me summarize the macro score and the rankings. The cumulative score is 20. US is first at 57, China second at 43, and the EU last at -80. The EU has zeros for catalyst and all 3 risk. The US catalysts and X factors are 83 versus 67 for China. So let's discuss. The big catalyst is the chip war. Big advantage for the US. The US is starting to execute Henry Kissinger's real politics by acknowledging China's exceptionalism and positive perception among many countries that used to be firmly in the U.S. camp, like Saudi Arabia. Chris, I believe you want to move the U.S. to blank for U.S.-China relations, due in large part for some allies having confidence in alliances with the U.S., like the support it has given to Ukraine, and giving them another perspective on the decision to leave Afghanistan.
Yes, I don't see that risk being relevant at the moment with all the movement out of China and to other countries. So let's make that a blank and then let's see the score.
Here are the changes. Here's the updated macro score, 41%. The U.S. goes from 57 to 78 due to the increase in the risk score from 80 to 100 due to the removal of the U.S.-China risk. I'll send you the edited video and we'll reconvene on Monday morning. And Chris, really like your idea about the historical comparison. So we'll start the next episode with a comparison of either the previous video, this previous video, or any historical video that you choose, and compare it to the issues on Monday for insights.